Welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. I've talked to you before about the fact that we have horses adjusted here on the property, and we had a bit of excitement with some of the horses during the week. One of the owners was a little bit concerned. She thought her horse was getting a bit larger, a bit rotund perhaps, and so she got someone in to have a look, and there were two options that it could have been. Number one was that she had been eating too much green grass, which tends to overbloat them during winter, and you need to put them onto grain. The other is that she was pregnant. Now, this horse has been here with us since February this year, and all of the horses that are here on the property have been gelded, all of the males. So there was no chance that it had happened while she was here. So what's turned out is she is pregnant, and that the lady who owns the horse now actually bought her while she was already pregnant. So she got two horses for the price of one. And it's really lucky that she caught it when she did. The lady who came out to help look at her was quite concerned. It looked like she was quite a long way along. She was quite dropped, and her bones and her hips had sort of started to already flex, like to get ready for the birth. So we got the horse and we popped her onto their float, and she has been taken to a nearby farm that specialises in horses so that they can take better care of her and watch over her until she gives birth. Now, the day after the horse left here, she started getting contractions. Her waters haven't broke yet as far as we know, so there's been no foal born yet, but it looks like we will have a new little baby horse with us very soon. Then before the horse and her baby can come back here, we will need to build a separate little paddock for them. They will need to be kept away from the other horses, and also in a much smaller space so that the foal can be kept safe and we can keep an eye on how they're both going. If you're following me on Instagram this week, you would have seen that I started dyeing my Christmas colorway for 2019. Yes, I know, it is quite a while before Christmas and it's a little bit scary to be thinking about, but as a shop owner, I need to think in advance about these kinds of things and plan out anything that I want to do for any special occasions well in advance so that I can have the product done, I can have photos taken, and I can have the shop listing all set and ready to go so that when it's ready to put on sale, it's there and it's not something that has to be created at the last minute. So my plan with this colorway is to release it in October. That will give everyone who would like a chance to buy some and perhaps knit themselves a pair of Christmas socks before Christmas. It'll give them plenty of time to be able to buy their yarn and to make something with it, either for themselves or perhaps even for a gift. And I've been doing this for the last 4 years. This will be the 5th Christmas colorway that I've created. So every year that Passion Flower has been in business, I've created a Christmas colorway. And there's something that I'm really proud of and that I enjoy doing. It's nice to go back and look at each of the colors, and I've tried different techniques with each of them. And there are some photos on Ravelry of projects that have been made with these colors. And it's really the only special release colorway series that I do every year. Recently, you would have seen that I've done the My Country series, and I've done some Willy Wonka colors in the past. And I may be looking to do some other series, but there won't be a specific time of year that anything like that will come out. Whereas each Christmas, I will be releasing a new color and also re-dyeing all of the previous colorways, so that if you want to catch up and grab some from a previous year, you'll also be able to do that. So I thought I'd quickly share with you my past 4 years of Christmas colours, and maybe give you a little black and white version of what the 2019 colour will look like. And then you will get to see the new colour in October. I might post a few teasers before that, little bits and pieces of it maybe. My 2015 colourway, my first ever Christmas colourway, I called Sugar Plums. And it was inspired by the poem The Night Before Christmas, specifically a picture storybook that I had when I was a kid, and this was the picture associated with that line. In 2016, I chose to go in a bit of a different direction. This is called Festive Pavlova, and as most Australian families will know, being summer and Christmas, we tend to not go necessarily for a hot pudding. So a festive pavlova is sometimes the centerpiece of our Christmas dining table for dessert. 2017, kind of went along the food line again. This is peppermint pie, just kind of a peppermint candy kind of inspired colorway. I was actually watching Thanksgiving cooking shows, American cooking shows, and this kind of color sprung to mind that would be fun for Christmas. In 2018, I did this colorway, which is very a Melburnian inspired colorway. This I've called By Candlelight. So inspired by carols by candlelight. So the grey of the dusk and then the orange and yellows of the candles. So all together, I have 4 very different Christmas colorways, all inspired by different parts of my life and by things that I see around me. So for 2019, for this year, first glimpse. So what I'll do with my new colorway is I will take a skein of it for myself, and I'm going to knit myself a pair of Christmas socks that I can show everyone when I release the colour. So I'm really looking forward to getting the yarn on the needles and seeing how it knits up. It is dyed similarly to a colourway called Island Life that I've done for quite a while now. So I know what it should look like. So I'm excited to actually see it knit. I also recorded a behind the scenes dyeing while I was creating the colour. So when the colour is released, I will also be putting out that behind the scenes video as well. So that will be coming in the future. After recording last week, I did end up finishing those socks that my mum is gifting to her friend in the Zilana Cozy. So following that, I received a request for a commission knit. It came about because my sister was wearing her version of the cow neck poncho pattern that I knit her for her birthday. And one of her work colleagues asked where she got it from, and she explained that it was my pattern and that I knit it for her and that I dyed the yarn. And so the lady asked if I was able to make her one as well. So we agreed on that, and I have cast that on for her. I cast it on earlier this week and it is almost done. Being my own pattern, I guess it's fairly easy for me to do. Once you're over the increases at the start, it is fairly mindless knitting. So if you're after a super simple pattern with 1 skein of lace weight yarn, I'll put a link below in the description for the free pattern. So I've done it's in the blush colorway, and this is again my tendril lace, which is alpaca merino and nylon blend, and it's really soft and beautifully drapey. So I've done the cowl and I've done all of the increases out there, and I'm now working on the body of the poncho, and I'm close to where I need to start weighing my ball. There's my little ball, to determine when I need to stop and do the frill. This will be finished, I would say, in the next couple of days, so you won't see this next week, but I will take some photos of it, hopefully on a model for me, so that I have a version of the pink photographed, and then it will go off to its new home. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.